Welcome back to another episode of Sneaky Leak Podcast. I am your host, Elaina.
I'm Janelle.
Henny.
And we have a very special guest today, our good friend, Warren.
Peace.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thank y'all so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you for coming.
Of course.
We appreciate it.
Before we get started, as always, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're still road to 10K on Instagram. Sneaky Link.
Almost there.
Pod.
Might be there by this one.
Our next
2 weeks. 2
2 weeks? I don't know. We just need to be there by the end of this year, okay?
Yeah,
By
yeah,
the
By
the
New
start
Year's.
of 2025, which just sounds really crazy to say.
2025.
We need to be at 10K, okay? If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, Sneaky Link Podcast. If you are listening to us on any of our audio platforms, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.
Boop, boop.
And if you want to go
Please and thank you.
pause and watch us on YouTube, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not just the reels.
Yeah, not just the reels. Like, we're more
Please.
than just reels, you guys.
We love
Come
the
on.
engagement on Instagram, but
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
watch the
Watch the full
reels and then take
episode.
whatever we say out of context and then blow
all
up on
the time.
All the time.
We're like, please watch the full episode.
Right?
You would see that we actually said whatever you may be commented.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's true too.
Oh, but it's been another long week.
Definitely has.
Sort of. Yeah.
Still recovering from Vegas.
Yes.
And by the time this comes out, we'll be covering from Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, yes. I know.
crazy.
Thanksgiving.
It's really
Are you guys
the end
ready
of
for
the
the
year.
holidays?
I'm not like a super big holiday person. My family's kind of small. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that
you know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
I don't
Yeah.
got like a crazy big family, so
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
it's kind of another day almost.
Huge
Yes.
family.
I'm thankful every day, so I don't have to like
Period.
celebrate that one day. I'm thankful all the
I love that. I love that.
That's nice.
For those that don't know, Warren is from Kentucky, where Henny is from. Do you guys get like Christmas weather out there? I don't know how to call it.
100%. Yes.
Is it snow out there?
A lot sometimes.
wow.
I mean, some years are worse than others, but like we've been snowed in a many days. Yeah,
That's cool.
You get all 4 seasons. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Real humid, really, really, really humid. versus,
Sha!
Don't you? He almost did it too.
No, he did do it.
Get your ass up here.
Excuse me, my dog just
boy.
peed.
I've always wanted to like go to like an actual like Christmas looking town to see how they do.
You never
like,
seen like a snow-filled town?
Nope. I've
Never
actually
in
never
your
been
life?
to snow. I've never seen snow
You've never
like
seen
that.
snow?
Yeah, no. No. And I've been wanting to go to Big Bear for my birthday, but like people say it doesn't snow
Yeah,
around
it's
this
not
time.
What's Big Bear?
So it's like
It's like the closest mountain to us, like
Yeah.
kind of like inland and up the mountains. It's called Big Bear. It's like known out in like Southern
Yeah.
California where everyone like
the
goes.
only place that really snows
Yeah, where
out
we
here.
get like consistent snow. People go snowboarding, skiing, cabins, all that. Big Bear's really cute.
Is Lake Tahoe near Big
It's
Bear?
like 5 hours from here.
But is it
it's
near
like
Big Bear
northern.
or no?
I think it's more
It's more north. Okay,
yeah,
okay, got
yeah.
it.
But that's also another place. And Mammoth?
Mammoth is
go to
up
Mammoth,
too.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a mammoth in Kentucky, but it's like a cave. Yeah, but it's like it's an actual, but it's in a national like natural
a park.
park.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Oh,
thing.
cool.
It's like a real
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's get into what are we wearing today, guys? Do you want to start us off, Henny?
Yeah. Jordan 9s. You guys will see it once we do our video. But Jordan 9s, I never had these. I always wanted these growing up. I would always look on secondary markets like over the last few years, and I could not find them in my size.
She's wearing
find
the
them in my
olives.
size.
You know
Yeah.
what though? When because I know what are
Don't be doing all that. Not too much, Warren. Not too much.
Oh man.
The last time they came out was 09?
But I don't think, I'm not really for sure if grade school sizes were released or not.
There's been small sizes.
Well, I couldn't find them.
I feel like I've seen Little Laces post hers before.
I'm trying to think of what.
2012 was the last time.
Okay, that was the
There we
pair
go.
I had at 2012, but
Okay.
I only had like a 7.5. I think
See?
I never got a 7, and I ended up selling it to Riv because they were just like a little too big. I wore them a good few times, but like,
Wasn't
and I was
it-
so sad after I got rid of them.
I'm
Wasn't it
telling you, the
not-
last release, I think they only did like the toddlers, the kid, like the baby kids, and then like the adults.
like they
not like a grade school. But some of those Jordan releases, they do skip grade school sizes sometimes.
That's true.
Not often, but it does happen.
Wasn't it not like an official retro though?
Yeah, it was something about that pair that everyone wasn't happy with.
It wasn't like a Gore-Tex, but it was like.
Oh no, that was a different one.
But I feel like the last olives weren't like a true retro. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken it for those.
But I don't think that was a 2012 pair though. I think that was a pair that came out like a couple of years ago. But that wasn't like an actual like olive. Yeah.
But yeah, so
anyways. I just got these. Shout out to JD Sports, laced us, got us together. I was surprised that they were still sitting. I know a lot of people, maybe it's a little niche for some, like especially a newer consumer, but oh yeah, he's feeling it.
He is really into Warren right now.
He's feeling him. But I'm glad that they were sitting and I have them on my feet now. If y'all want to sleep on them, that's fine, but I think this is a great shoe. I have on some olive pants as well. Little white top Elaina let me borrow because, your girl is still out here and didn't bring much with her. Stuff still in storage. 34 inches. You feel me?
I feel that.
1B27. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Love
said
is 27.
they originally released in 93, and Michael Jordan never wore the olive 9s on court, nor did he ever wear OG Jordan 9 on court. Little fun fact.
Playoffs?
I don't know. It says like any of the OG, it says, but I don't know.
Did he wear any OG? What?
I don't know. Why does it say that?
They were in Space Jam.
I don't know if that's true though.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
he talking about like the OG 9? This is worded weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I was trying to see like what other days.
It said 02 and then 2012 and then this pair.
Okay. So then, yeah, I had the 2012 pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that 2012 pair. That's the one I told you I couldn't find my size.
So. Yeah, look.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, just try to figure that out. What do you have on?
I have on rainbow footscapes.
Nice.
Footscapes.
Yeah.
Where's Matt?
Where is Matthew? Yes, that's his favorite.
I love footscapes too.
Mm-hmm.
One day, hopefully, I'll get to cook up and it'll be a footscape.
Oh,
I can see that.
That would be so awesome.
I think footscapes are wonderful. They make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love the rainbow one thing. They're bright and happy. So.
Mm-hmm.
And
they should bring back the star pairs that had like the stars on them.
No, they should do some other better ones.
Oh, you don't like those?
No.
I love those.
I mean, I like them, but why not do some more? Why not do some more?
Yeah, some things need to be bolted.
Yeah,
true. I do believe in that.
I agree.
I think it's because I never had them and I can't have them my size. So
I have on black.
you got to talk about your outfit.
Want to hear the whole fit?
You got to tell everything.
Yeah. What are the pants? What are the
pants are Issei Miyake.
Period.
Ooh. Shirt Issei Miyake.
Oh.
Couple little other things.
Couple little other things.
Oh.
CDG hat.
Yeah, CDG hat.
What's this? What's that?
This they said I'm Warren. My name is DJ Warren Peace.
Ooh.
That's what my name is, DJ Warren Peace.
That means
I'm from the great state of Kentucky. And I love to claim.
Period. I love to claim it too. Don't do that.
I've been in sneakers for a whole long time. I'm also the DJ for the University of Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh, nice.
It'll be my 10th season.
Period.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it'll be my 10th season.
They going all the way this year?
Absolutely.
I believe it.
Hope is hope.
I believe it.
We got a new coach. Y'all don't know that.
Yeah.
I do not
understand
know that.
Yeah.
They're looking like they don't know nothing. She didn't even see snow, so she definitely don't. She definitely don't know nothing about what's going on out there.
At all.
We got a new coach.
Is this basketball or football?
It's basketball.
Basketball.
I do football
Basketball.
too.
Okay.
Me and my team at the university, we touch pretty much every sport.
All sports.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we touch all sports because we want to make sure that we're not just doing the money generating sports, and we want to make sure that we are inclusive with women's sports.
Yes,
I love that.
I can honestly say I am not too. I don't know why they keep wanting to pee on this bag. You're so lucky you have a diaper on. I keep watching him. Sorry, I'm not too privy to college sports that well. I will say that, so I really don't be knowing what's going on. With but I would want to be.
I just want you to know that's an incubator for all the things that you love on the pro level.
Yes,
a lot of those people are developed.
Yes,
Yeah.
Of course, they're not the core side of it, but the further they go, and that kind of
they become
largely starts at college.
absolutely.
Like the way you go hard for the Dodgers out here,
Yeah.
that's literally everyone in Lexington for like the Cats, but also like how it was just like pandemonium in the streets for the Dodgers here. Like like literally, like was it
I
2012?
love that.
Yeah, like it was like we were outside during that. That
Yeah.
shit was fucking insane.
It's a Nike team, right?
yes.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Nike
awesome.
team.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's like the Lakers there. I mean, our stadium is 25,000.
Well, I feel like over
Yeah.
that way, because I know
our arena.
Kentucky's not necessarily like south, is it?
It's considered it's in the SEC.
because
So
I
it's
know in
yeah.
that region, like college sports, football, all that, like
dominates.
goes hard.
Yeah.
How many do what is it, Crypto Arena? How many do that hold? Can you see it?
Yeah.
You fact checking live, so can we?
I can. That's why I have all this.
There's a reason why I want to do this though. There's a reason why, because I think it's super relevant.
No, it is.
Crypto capacity.
Crypto.
It
See,
says
we do more than that.
Yeah, we do.
So every game,
Over
every
20,000.
20,000 for concerts, 18,000 for hockey, and 19,000 for basketball.
It's Rupp Arena's 24,000, 25,000.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're
Damn,
paying.
double.
No matter what, we
And
could
it's
play-
packed.
Yeah, we could play an
Packed.
exhibition game.
Yeah.
An exhibition game,
That's
and it's
crazy.
come when we got a
Yeah.
new coach. There was 5,000 to 8,000 people standing outside that couldn't get in
Wow.
Yeah.
because it was first come first serve. So
That's insane.
Wow.
it's a big deal. Yeah.
It's a huge deal.
That's cool. I
It's a
need to go.
huge deal.
And you know what? I'm really sad. I never went to any of this stuff at UCLA when I was there. Like,
oh shit.
I know.
Yeah, you should have.
I
yeah.
never went to like a UCLA football game. Like none of the stuff. I really wish I would have.
What shoes do you have? It just so happened to be my favorite shoe ever.
Ours
Same.
too.
Same.
Ours
Really?
too.
That's
Ours
my favorite
too.
shoe ever.
Ever.
Ever, not
Like,
even a question. How many are you gonna buy the new one?
Oh my God. I just got one pair so far. I got one in the shock drop. I got my niece a pair. This is my 2018 pair. My 2011 pair is separating. I had another 2011 pair that I was forced to sell that I will never get over.
You were forced to sell it.
I wasn't really forced to sell it, but yeah, it's a long story. But yeah, I never got the one from the pack I always wanted.
Same.
And then you have the
I have
94?
I have a 94. Shout out to Skate. I have an 09. Excuse me. I have a 2001 pair. I don't have an 08 from the pack. That's the one I really need.
the pack pair.
I have 11. I don't have 18. I actually ended up selling mine just because I was like, I can get it again, which I still probably can. But I really want to double up on this year's pair. I'm hoping.
Just a double.
Yeah, I want to double up.
Why
on
you say
this
you're
pair.
hoping? Why you cross your fingers?
Because I'm just hoping for one pair, really. But if I can get two,
I think
that'll
she'll be fine.
that'll work
Yeah.
out. I really want to wear them for my birthday. Obviously, we're recording this early, so I'm hoping that I can secure a pair before my birthday so I can wear them for.
I definitely want a pair because I've never owned a pair.
That's crazy.
I've never owned.
That's
Let me guess, they
very
didn't have your
insane.
size.
No,
No, they do. Like what?
actually, when I was working at Finish Line, I was able to get Sean Kelly a pair, but I didn't win my pair because it
This-
was like a raffle for them.
This was the first Jordan I bought myself.
Same.
Like this was
That was one of my first Jordans
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Did y'all wear Jordans like your whole life?
no.
I didn't start wearing Jordans till I
Or
was.
like
No, I honestly didn't get into Jordans until like after high school. I graduated 07. So like I was like really like hardcore Converse girl. I wasn't really wearing like Nike like that in high school, but I was really into like skater shoes. So I was wearing like a lot of Etnies, Osiris's. When I got out of high school, I ended up out in LA seeing a lot. Bape had barely just come out here on a Melrose before the new one. I was buying like Bapestas and like shit like that. And then it kind of like I just crossed over into like Jordans like slowly from like all those shoes.
I was older too though. I got my first pair of Jordans, Cool Grays, in 04.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my first pair of
fours?
Jordans. Yeah.
how old were you?
16.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
I was like making my own money.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom
Yeah.
wouldn't buy me no Jordan. We ain't have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like honestly, where I
was
told you, I grew up on the reservation. So like it was, to go to the mall or go to somewhere, it was like 30, 40 minutes away. We had to go to San Bernardino for that or Moval. And then there was an outlet by us with Nike and stuff that had like some stuff, but I wasn't really, I'm not going to lie, like I wasn't into like Nike at that time. I was heavy in like my white girl phase. So I was like into all the skater shit, but like, and there wasn't any skate shops around us to like get SBs like that
Yeah.
either, like in my little town. So.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. But anyways, I have on 2018 Black Cement 3s. Absolutely love this shoe, especially because this one had the Nike when it came back. The 2011 had the little Jumpman on it. So, I just
little
have on
baby
some
one.
regular biker shorts under here, classic me. And then this Echo t-shirt I got in Vegas last week.
Oh, that's the Cactus Con one.
The
Oh,
Cactus Con Echo
Shout
shirt.
outs to Echo.
Yes, shout out to
Showing
Echo,
us a good time.
of them. Honestly, just a comfy. I like the color and the wash of this shirt a lot. Like I thought it was
the
really
fit of
cute.
it.
Yeah.
Now I kind of wish I
Super
got one.
Super bad. I really like the hoodie you got, and then Henny's yellow.
I think I got
sleeve.
like a jersey,
It was
like
the
moto type
the
of
girls
thing.
were wearing that in the booth, and they were wearing it really cute. I was
nice.
oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cute.
But yeah, that's it. Plain Jane today. What do you got on, Janelle?
So I have on my Alma Manier 3s that I finally got from Syndicate. Shout out to the
in
boys.
your
Hi,
size.
Cindy, in my size, yeah.
So good.
I see the hype over it because the first pair that I got was a half size too big. So I never got to really wear them.
Yeah,
Wait, how long did you have that pair, the other pair, before you were able to get your size?
When they came out.
You had them for a while.
For a while,
Yeah, she had them for a while.
Actually, no, not when they came out. I kind of got them around the same time as when the
So is this the first time you wearing those?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
That's on an undecked stocking.
You are. You're on a
These
fucking,
aren't
like,
new, though. These are yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
I thought they
okay.
were like.
This is my first time wearing
undies,
these.
undies,
Right.
undies.
Oh,
Right.
no. That was a lot for me.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
She was like,
I
I'm
need
not
to
wearing a new shoe for 3 years.
I need to chill.
The black pair is actually nice in person too. Like I have to say, like when I went to the employees where y'all know, and I seen them, and I was like, shit.
Y'all know.
Yeah.
Nobody know that.
No,
Nobody know that.
I sent the picture when I was at the employee store.
Yeah, you did,
Let's
yeah.
just get past that. That was
I had sent a whole bunch of pictures of some shit that was just in there sitting, and I was like, these are fucking nice.
I was surprised that the black 3s were sitting there. That was.
I was kind of surprised too because it's a really, really nice shoe.
It is.
It's
but
really
it's
nice.
honestly, it's just Alma Manier fatigue and the price point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So
for a lot of
expensive.
people.
Fatigue.
Fatigue.
Interesting. No, I'm listening.
Okay, we'll talk about this.
Yeah,
after Janelle finishes.
I have on not scrunchy socks,
Ruffles
socks. A little skirt from Forever 21, and then I have on one of my Hours t-shirts that's a birthday sex on it because today's my birthday. By the time
Happy
this episode
birthday.
comes out, today's my birthday.
30, 30, 30, 30.
My voice is so shot, y'all.
Hey.
30, big 3-0.
Yes.
Big 3-0.
So
Are you
I'll be-
excited for your 30s?
I kind of am. Everyone keeps telling me how like these are like the
best years.
Yeah.
How old are you? You don't have to say.
I'm
Okay. Oh, you don't have to say.
I'm old enough to ride any ride I want to ride. I'm old enough to do anything I want to do.
I will say the 30s have been the time of my life. I've been through a lot of shit in my 30s, but
let me tell you, yeah.
I love my 30s way more than my 20s.
Really?
Same.
I feel like
Way
I've
more.
had a lot.
And trust me, I partied a lot in my 20s.
I've definitely had a lot of fun in my 20s. Like a lot of things have happened to me that I never would have thought could happen.
Which one?
So,
Yeah.
well, I mean, more recently, and I know we didn't talk about this last episode because we just had so much to catch up.
Oh my God, yes,
But
we haven't talked about it. Oh my God, her Jordan campaign.
I was just in Jordan's
Yes.
velvet bread campaign this year.
Coolest
So that was
person in the
exciting
campaign,
as
by the way,
fuck.
outside of Matthew, I guess.
But shout out to all like the Jordan brand team that like helped put that together. Shout out to Jake and everybody, Sobi.
What up, Sobi?
Shout out to Matt, obviously the Geo team, T-Mark, Jess, G, Bar, who I actually saw at Complex Con.
T-Mark was in there with y'all too,
Yeah,
right?
T-Mark was
T-Mark.
there,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And I really want to get him on sometime.
yeah.
So whenever he's back out here, I told
He's
him
East
already.
Coast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
New
New
York.
York, yeah. So I definitely want to get him on soon. And yeah, it was just a really, really fun and really cool opportunity that I definitely didn't think would ever happen. I talked about it in my caption. I talked about it in one of the unboxing videos that I did. Like one of the first shoes that I really camped out for was the 2012 Bread 11s all those years ago when I first started like getting into shoes. And like, who would have fucking thought like 12 years later.
And I feel like that was like
you would
prime
be in
time
the campaign.
camp.
Yeah.
That was prime time camp
Because
out.
even the Concords release was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember that bread camp out so well. But like
Yeah.
to think that like 12 years from that, like I'd be like an actual Jordan brand campaign is like fucking nuts.
Full circle moment.
No,
Full circle
seriously.
moment.
And it's a women's exclusive
Yes.
too.
Congrats.
So then,
And much
thank
deserved,
you.
Janelle. Like,
Thank
Very.
you so much.
You've been working your
Very.
ass off for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, all of us have in these spaces, but I think, I know we've kind of talked about it, but like even your growth on social media in the last
Yeah.
year and everything.
Has grown so much.
It really has.
How many
Very
followers did you have when we first started? It was like in
Like
the 30s
20, no,
or
like
20s?
20s, like 20,
Yeah.
25. And
Yeah.
she's up to 80 now.
Yeah.
80K.
Closer to
Like, look at that. Yeah.
Did you sign my phone case?
Oh my God, no.
Stop
Stop
it.
it.
Jordan campaign. Influencer.
I know.
I mean, just all the brands I've gotten a chance to work with and like connect with is like
Facts.
it really makes like what I do and like being in this space like well worth it.
Yeah.
And just like thinking about like when I first got into shoes, like never would have thought
Oh,
any
yeah.
of
It
this.
would lead to this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of cool. A little was it imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
A little bit like what the fuck?
We need to update booty shoe pic.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Those type of pictures were the shit back then, though.
We do.
Those were really the pictures
So
of like the bottom of the
fucking
shoe.
funny. Yes, with the little boot. Yeah.
I remember living in Kentucky, seeing your photos
you
on
serious?
Complex.
Shit,
No,
that's
seriously.
funny. Yeah.
So it's just weird to like. No, I was like at my job, just looking through this list.
17 at the time.
I know. Yeah.
And then
I was still in high school.
And then later we're doing a podcast together.
right?
That's fucking weird.
So funny.
Like that's.
It also just shows how long like we've all come to. And
Oh,
how long
yeah.
we've known each other in this space for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, we have.
Because Jen twice loves saying that like I was a baby in high school when we first like,
yeah.
talked and stuff. Like it's actually really wild. But
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So I'm excited for my 30s. I'm trying to go to Florida and to Walt Disney World for my birthday as well. So I might be there next week when this episode comes out.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. I hope you
That's
make
what I'm
it.
trying to, yeah. I really want my 30s to be years of firsts.
And we got to get her on the plane, y'all. She got
Well,
to
if
get
I
on
go
that
to
plane.
Florida, that'll definitely be a plane ride.
Yeah.
So,
And then after that, it's Portland.
What you mean on a plane?
She don't like to fly. She don't get on planes.
All right, let's
Too
do
old for
it.
that.
I'm about to be 30.
You're right though. You 30.
yeah.
It's time to make some leaps.
No plane.
You went on a plane one?
I went on a plane.
She did go on a plane one time.
to Florida for a family cruise.
What about the plane don't you like?
2019. Wait, what?
What about the plane? Don't you like?
I think I don't like takeoff. I don't like the feeling.
I
Is
don't-
it because she's not in control? Because y'all said
Same, but I'm the same
I don't
way
like
though.
the fear of sudden death.
I'm the same way.
too.
Like-
Being in the air sounds
It's-
crazy. for
I don't
so
like it
long.
either, but it's like but if I can do it, I
Yeah.
know you
Yeah.
can
And we
because
were
I'm a
talking about
fucking
this on the
bitch
way
when it comes to
back
shit
out
like
here.
that.
Yeah.
Like
So-
honestly, when I first started like really like flying and going like further flights, I used to have to take Xanax all the time.
Oh my god. See, I don't want to do like I'm also.
I tried
scared
that,
to,
but I
like,
had reverse
take-
effects.
I love the airplane.
Really?
Oh yes.
Do you be in
I
first
wish.
class? Yeah, see,
Of course he
Was that a
did.
white joke?
Do you?
Was that a white joke?
This nigga's Issey Miyake down with some CDG on. Look, see what the fuck is on his hands. Of course he's in first class.
No, I'm flying on a companion pass. I'm sitting there at the gate like, damn, can I get a seat? No, I'm not flying in first class. Me
wish
and
I
my
knew
brother,
this
we
lingo.
both fly. We
He said,
both
"Is this a
fly.
white joke?"
I'm fucking weak.
I'm not for real. The only reason why I said that is because Henny kept, making it a point to tell me I was the first white guest. Because,
He is.
Because no.
Oh my god! 'Cause who said that to us?
Not because
They were like, y'all don't be having white people on.
friend
Someone
relation.
said that.
Yep.
That's
Friend-
hilarious.
and we
They should
really
mind their
like-
business. They should mind their business.
They should.
Yeah.
But friend relations was here too, right? Is he
Yeah.
Oh
white?
fuck, friend relations
No,
is
hold
white.
on. But
Shit.
that don't count.
That
Man is a wizard.
He is a wizard.
That don't
You're right.
count.
Fran's a wizard. You're right.
We talking about a white boy, Section 8 baby, food stamp baby. That's what I am, and I'm proud to be friend relation. Respect to you, brother.
we
Yeah,
love
we love-
Fran.
we love Fran.
That brother is in another.
Fran has been like that
He's
for
in
a
another
long
type
time.
of dimension. I don't
You're
know.
right.
Fran
You're
has
right.
been like 15 steps ahead
Yeah.
for
I ain't gonna
years.
lie. When I
Yeah.
was watching that joint, I was like, I had to Google when he was talking. I'm like, what is he
Yeah.
talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand it, so I'm honored to be able to be here too, and among women too.
Thank you.
That's
We
the most
appreciate
important- That's the
that.
most important part.
We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
1,000%. I'm honored, and thank you so much.
It's okay. Y'all, I've known Warren a long time. I think we went to Dixie together.
Yeah, long time.
So I've known Warren since I was at
I ain't as old
least.
as her though.
That's a fucking lie. We're born the same year, y'all. We're born the same fucking year. I'm not gonna shout out his age because he don't want it out there. But me and Warren are the same age. We still all in our 30s though. Welcome to the 30s club, Janelle.
I really have known her for like pretty much my whole life.
Yeah, a long time. A long time.
I love relationships
so I'm gonna
be,
you know,
a little bit. I look for the people too though.
No,
you need to get a little poked.
Why do people feel like
you
that?
poking everybody's side you get poked?
And this is
because I am such a sensitive soul.
No, this is as your brother. This is as your brother.
My white brother.
You're going hard. I ain't got to be a white brother.
I mean, I'm halfway.
I got to be white.
Brother.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I noticed about you, don't attack me on this side.
Okay.
Because we're going to start out a certain way, then we're going to go. I told him I'm going to be our best guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be our best guest.
That's
1,000%.
Take the reins.
That's 1,000%. I'm going to be our best guest 1,000%, to the point where y'all going to have a part 2.
Oh.
Period.
We love part 2.
That's what I'm telling
you.
you.
We do.
So what I'm saying is, I love that you always speak about the size, and that is non-inclusive, and that you.
Oh, absolutely.
That you can. I love that. But can you also celebrate when that goes in your favor? Because some of them shoot. Hold on, let me finish. See how she gonna do me? Not too much. Not too much. What I'm saying is, I love that you argue that, and I love that you say that, and I love that you speak so loudly about it that people would never organically speak about it have to speak about it. And I love that. But please celebrate the times when you click on there and your joint is 80. Your joint is 80. But my joint is 220.
Okay,
I can't think of the last time.
No, that's not true.
But this is also the misconception about that, because even though a lot of shoes these days are inclusive to go down to sizes like Henny's a 5 or even a 4, we love that we don't want the grade school, and I understand
we want the same quality.
We want the same quality, and they have been doing that a lot with the size range.
When you say quality, you mean are you talking materials?
Like grade
we
school
will pay the same price that you pay, basically.
Yeah. So like
we would rather
grade
have
school
that.
is cheaper, but like even though like Nike lately, all the shoes have been coming in a wider range and then doing a separate grade school. We're buying men's because the quality is better.
Is a lot better.
And there are certain things that are different. Like with the 11s, I don't know what they be doing. The fat laces on the 11s, when the men's would always get the better rope laces and the grade school got the whatever whack laces. I used to hate that. Like,
y'all ever take? Don't check. I do not work for any of these brands. No. I love. We're gonna get into some juicy stuff. We're gonna talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
I want to. That's why I'm here. But do you ever think it's just like production?
Oh no, it's 100% that. Yeah.
Parameter. I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm just saying from a parameter standpoint, instead of like not attacking them, but like maybe they can't do it.
Yeah.
So
You get what I'm saying?
I agree. I think that's a factor for sure.
I had this argument with some of the Jordan brand people for the 17s that came out.
Oh.
Because we
Don't
were
get us
very
started on
vocal
that. Is that the focus
about that. No, it wasn't the focus group.
Which one? You talking about the Thunder?
Yes. So
What were you vocal about?
I was vocal about them not including smaller sizes.
Including us.
Smallest size. I got a pair.
The smallest size was a 7.
What if they couldn't though?
Okay, so
What if they don't? What if they don't?
So what I heard, so what they told me was that,
and I know this for a fact.
They didn't have the molds for it.
No, they did.
No, I'm telling you what they told me. This is what they just told me.
Okay.
That they didn't have the molds for it. It was a little bit expensive, yada, yada, yada. And some people did try to fight to get small sizes.
Correct.
It had nothing to do with the briefcase. I guess they said it was the mold, whatever, which is also complete bullshit, because we know that some of the 17s from way back came in small sizes too. So that should never be the case. So we had that argument about that already.
Okay. So we're gonna let Henny talk. She's really
She actually
We need a talking stick.
she wants to talk. We gotta put up. We gotta get a clap of Jones.
We need like a button like
let's talk.
So to Janelle's point, when I had went to the summit in 2023 and I had sat down with the people at Jordan, the merchandise people, and then the people who are actually going to put everything into production, the first idea was to actually bring in small sizes. But to your point, last minute, they decided not to invest into that smaller mold, which was very unfortunate, because when I was at the summit, I was told that it was going to all go into production. So I was very excited.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't get a briefcase, because think about it. Yeah. We ain't never got briefcases with small sizes. So I wasn't expecting to get a briefcase, even though it would have been amazing. But I thought
Since I done with that briefcase.
Nigga, I don't know. Put
What would
Nike
you
in it or
have
something.
done
I
with
don't
that
know.
briefcase though?
So I had a briefcase,
my makeup in it? No,
and I
yeah.
put my
Oh, man.
my roller skates, my Jordan roller skates
You
in the
skate?
briefcase.
She can
Yes.
roller skate, yeah.
Oh, he's really good.
How good? I can go backwards.
Janelle, I'm cold. I'm the
Oh,
coldest.
yeah,
I'm sitting
Warren-
right
I
now.
can
you
do
teach
the
me?
flips
'Cause I
and
fell on my
tricks
ass.
and everything, but I like to just.
Let's see. You're gonna have to send
Honestly,
because
just
we're gonna
group it
clip
out.
Warren's skating video.
No, I'm not even
That's
playing
like-
with
right
y'all.
now.
Warren should be a influencer in the skating realm because that's how good he can
You know what?
skate.
Why doesn't Jordan tap into stuff like that on their own?
No, Warren is like a 10 out of 10
Like,
on the
well,
skates.
Cool. I love that. I
So
love
when we
going
were, not to get off subject, but when we were growing up, there was this place called Champs, right? It's literally an icon like thing in Lexington. I grew up going to Champs every weekend. Warren worked at fucking Champs. He was out there in his little jacket, you know, controlling shit and stuff, but like he's amazing.
Ooh, can
Stop! Send that to us.
We're gonna put this in the episode. Oh shit!
I'm a smooth brother.
You
Don't
are
nobody do it
love
like
He's
me.
that.
amazing.
Don't
at
nobody
skating.
don't nobody do it like me.
Okay,
I
you gotta.
love that.
How did you just?
No, that's how I got into DJing. That's how I got into. We talking about shoes, so
Okay.
we talking about shoes.
It's all connected.
What I'm saying is we're gonna talk about shoes because I really have something to say about what she's
Okay.
saying.
Yes.
So I want to speak a little bit about it.
But
Go
that's
ahead.
what she used her briefcase
That's
for.
what I
Is
use my
she was
briefcase
saying.
for.
Is
Yeah.
she got a
found
custom.
briefcase
Yeah.
when I was working at Mag. This is like a resale shops, and we just had like a leftover briefcase for something, for whatever. And I was like, "Can I just take this?" And I just put my roller skates in there. So it was like my.
Roller skating is what made me be a DJ.
That's so
I hung out at the
cool.
skating rink. I started DJing I started playing music at the skating rink. I've been DJing since I was 13, and I attributed it all to roller skating. And nobody. Can you do an Abbott Elementary?
Yeah.
Zero?
Yeah. She does. She does.
Nobody is better than me at roller skating. And if you think so, put your money up.
No, yeah, he's cold.
Ron, how much you got on it? Okay,
Yeah, he's cold.
that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
He's really good.
But
I
moving
love
back to
that.
sneakers again.
Yes. Bringing it back.
All I'm saying, I love these people that you're talking about. You don't name them. I love them all, right? And it's a long time. I love them. People in the comments are gonna say, "Why is he speaking?" I know way more than you know. That's,
No, we
that's a
love
fact.
another perspective. I know I do. I love seeing the other side and the other perspective and everything. Like it gives more to the story.
It gives it more color.
Because
I
honestly,
agree.
we only see so much of it. We hear
Yeah.
stuff from some people, employees, people higher up, but we don't really know what's going on back there when they're
Yeah.
making those decisions
Well,
and
let
having
me tell you
to
this.
do all that.
I have worked at Oneness since day one, since its inception. Shout out to my Oneness family. Joe, I love you.
Shout
I'm
out,
thankful
Joe.
we've done so much. And we're going to get to the New York, LA thing. Even though we're in LA, we're going to get to that too.
Even though we in
'cause-
LA, this is Dodger Nation.
Because when we talk about the market and we talk about those things, they only care about, 3 or 4 places and LA
Absolutely.
being one of them. I ain't really seen no cool super fly stuff out here that they talk about. I ain't
Right.
seen-
Like what?
Yeah.
I'm just the way that they speak about New York. Now New York is New York. New York,
New York is different.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
New York. We gonna
LA
get into that.
is just a trendy city though. That they just follow trends here. There's nothing that like, and I love LA,
starts, nothing,
but
like,
when it comes
true.
to actual culture and how things are done, like from this perspective of actual like fashion, like things starting, I don't see LA as a fashion forward city. I never have. I love LA, but I don't think it's fashion
I
forward.
can't agree with that.
I don't think it's a fashion
I
forward
I
agree
feel
with
city.
like there's parts of LA that have. Honestly, like let's be real, all those white girls picking up clean girl aesthetic and doing everything that the Latinas and the Chicana girls have been doing within this community.
Now we want to talk
that
about
is resonating.
Now, if we want to
here.
talk about like Chicana culture and stuff like that, but see,
That's-
now
that's
don't get it
still
fucked
trend.
up.
That's
Don't get it
still
fucked up
trend,
because
though.
we got Cortezes in that community. We have Converse in that community. Even though
part.
Converse
That's
comes
what I
from
was a heavy Converse
We have
wearer.
Vans out here too.
But when I think about fashion forward in a different realm,
High
I don't
fashion.
think of LA.
Yeah.
I do not. I never have.
And also, fashion is subjective too. So it really depends on how
Yeah.
you
The only
look
thing
at
I'm-
it and where you like really grew up.
The only thing I'm saying is when we go in those meetings, I'm not going to speak about other people in any way because I represent more than myself.
Yeah.
But what I am going to say is when we go to those spaces and we're doing bigger numbers than the people that all y'all jock, we do bigger numbers than all the people y'all jock. But you don't have to respect it because it's Kentucky. When we go to those meetings and we're trying to convince these people and we're doing things on a larger scale than people ever give us credit for, and you call us a flyover state, then that is going to invoke something in me, which makes me feel how I feel about New York and LA. We know New York's lit. We know LA's lit. We know Chicago, Miami's lit. but there's a lot of other people lit. And so it's my job to speak for those people.
I agree.
In the space, the same as it was, you made it your job and your job and your job, right? To speak for shed light where it's not being shed and the voice is not being echoed where it needs to be echoed. Obviously, if you look in oneness, we're doing a good job in that, but I just feel like it's important to talk about that, and hopefully somebody from the brand, and I love them, from Jordan, Nike, Saucony, Adidas, Puma, all of these brands that we're talking about. I know these people personally, and I love them, so I would never speak negatively about it. But it's like, I don't think people are also being fair fully. Sometimes when I watch you talk about it, you got to understand that Nike and Jordan, these are humongous ships.
Oh, I understand that.
Agile ships.
I understand that.
And I pay for my sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm not bought. You know, and I don't have to. I don't have to have an opinion that goes one way or another. But sometimes when I watch, I want to say.
I love that though.
Sometimes when I watch it, I want to say some of the things that you're saying, like they cannot happen.
Yeah.
They cannot happen
Because of how business works.
I like that analogy though.
No.
I like the analogy of like
barge,
it's too. It can't just like turn.
Yeah.
Iceberg ahead. Like you can't just fucking.
Yeah.
And we talked about this yesterday too, our last episode, that like this culture is so niche compared to like the bigger how the brand really gets.
You blink and it's over.
Yeah.
You blink,
absolutely.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Though.
But what I'm saying, but what I'm telling you, hey, my brother Frank,
my God.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. Hey, we're gonna get Frank on here soon.
Hi, Frank.
He can't do
I don't
it.
even know he can come on anymore.
He can't do it.
That's my brother.
He about to.
Do you know that?
We're gonna do like
He will be in my wedding.
Singer.
I know.
He will be in my wedding. I love you, Frank. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Not to get look, y'all, real quick, because I know Janelle wants to hop into this outline.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
But to what Warren is saying, because I wanna just put this out there. If it wasn't for oneness, if it wasn't for me going to that store and being embraced by those people, I would not be here today. And I mean that with everything in my soul. Because y'all.
First time I ever heard her say that.
No, she's told us that.
I've said that before.
You said you watch every episode. You should have known that I said that before then.
I said that's the first time I ever heard you.
Then you don't watch every episode.
No, I do. No, I'm not. I'm sitting beside you. You're saying.
I'm saying, but like I've talked about this on the episode on the pod before.
Yeah.
And I'm not here. And I'm not here to like. I'm not here to do that.
No, I know.
But it's not fair that there's 3 cities that people covet. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not
People
fair,
wear
and I don't
sneakers
care.
in every state.
And if you look at our Instagram, you look at the campaigns that we run, and you look at the times where we have the ball in our court, we over deliver every single time.
No, you do.
Every single time.
You do.
We never drop the ball. We've never done that. And I would like to think that what I represent is not just a state thing or a store thing. It's being able to say, hey, like, it's bigger than what you think.
Yeah.
But
I
also,
agree.
Also being respectful of the boundaries that they have to work.
I agree.
They have to work in certain.
But my whole thing is
These are
this.
huge.
Exactly. We're just
huge
like
companies.
tiny parts in this.
But things get weird at the brand sometimes, because not to get a little off subject, but even when I was at Stash and I was buying there, that's in San Francisco. Even though San Francisco is a bigger city than Lexington, that is still considered to them, when I sat down in those meetings, to be one of those flyover cities. So like a Tampa, a San Francisco, things like that. And Nike were saying that they were going to invest more into those smaller places so we could.
But they have been.
Which I have seen it.
Yeah.
I have. But to your point, when I think about Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, a lot of those states, I don't see a lot of investment into those stores.
I know Janelle. She like you say. Y'all said she's a boss.
Oh
she
no,
wants
we're fine.
She wants to stay on topic. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say, and my
my
perspective,
God.
I feel like, is one that would be really, really great for not only what you guys do, but for other people to hear. Because I understand, I see and I understand what the brand requires, and I see and I understand what the consumers requires. Because the thing we're not talking about is don't none of this move it out the streets.
At all.
Don't none of this move it out the streets.
At all.
And we have said this, but just because we're so niche.
You have, but I feel like it needs to be.
No,
it needs to be said out loud.
It needs to be said out loud more and more and more because, and when I say the streets, I'm talking about a dude with a minute phone around his neck, a dude with a lighter leash, a dude that don't do the internet, a dude that might not even know what Instagram threads. He don't know what none of this is. That's what makes all of this work, and that's what keeps all of us in a job. And if you don't know that now, you should quit.
I agree.
Because it ain't y'all super opinionated sneaker people that's making this thing run.
I agree.
It's not because y'all.
We know that we're just.
Y'all so
agree.
funky. You know what I'm saying?
We're three girls. We can't buy thousands of the units that they're moving.
But I'm not talking about. I'm talking about people in the comments. I'm talking about people that are overly opinionated that really can't understand what is really going on.
No, I agree 100%. Everything you saying is
ain't been outside one day in their life and got all the pins in the world.
Well, I mean, I know, like, with talking about the panel and everything for Sneaker of the Year. One of the things was just like it. I know the guys know what they're talking about. They're really closely related. But one of the things I think it was Janelle or Henny yelled at was like, you guys aren't on the ground.
Exactly. So they talked about
in these
they talked about how they go amongst the office to vote for this, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And I know that the offices are between LA and New York, and that's completely fine. But I know for a fact everybody who is voting in those things are not outside. So whether you're in New York, LA, or whatever, if you're not outside amongst shit and traveling and going outside in those different cities and actually know people, whether that's at stores, whether that's wherever.
Like groups on sneaker Twitter.
They're also from New York.
Yeah, I love to people watch.
100%.
I love to people watch and see what people are wearing every day outside.
Come on.
No, we said the same thing.
I love.
I know we've heard that though.
But
I agree.
Wu-Tang's better than that.
I agree.
I absolutely love Wu-Tang. I was so excited for those dunks, but I completely agree with
the fact that
the placement was crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, even when we talked to Joe afterwards, we talked about this on the last episode. The girl dads, like being a number 4. I love Kobe. I think the color was beautiful, but like. That really wasn't hitting outside like that. No one was talking about that shoe for weeks after. And for it to be at number 4, it's such a high placement when there are plenty of shoes that have been out in the last year that have superseded that and have done well, and that a lot of people were excited about, and it falls short.
I didn't even see people really outside with them on their feet.
Honestly, I didn't either
at all. The girl dad, the Kobe.
Do you see anybody wear?
I agree. He went.
The Kobe.
No, we're not talking about Kobe. Right?
No, and that's
but there was a time in the community where Kobe's were like. Well, Nike basketball in general was
there was a point where Nike basketball was on fire for sure.
These shoes to get, and it's just not that anymore.
No, I'm talking about and y'all. I know y'all got y'all box and y'all love them, whatever. But I never see nobody with that Anthony Edwards on their feet.
I've seen it. I think out here, I feel like it's very.
I definitely think it's a regional thing. 100%. If we're gonna be honest, like to this AE shit, I think it's very regional.
No, I'm not talking about Kobe. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. Who have you seen somebody?
The AE one.
With an outfit.
I wore them yesterday on the pod.
No, that's because.
But that wasn't a fit. I just threw on leggings in those shoes. That wasn't a fit for me.
And you get fine, you do your thing. But I'm talking about outside masses.
That's why
considered number 1.
That's why I'm talking about from a regional standpoint, though. Right now,
we had it our group number 2. It's not my personal number 1.
It's not mine's either.
I think it's
so. What was your number 1?
Nigel's.
Yeah.
Which one?
Our group Nigel. One was the Nigel Sylvester.
The green fence.
RMs.
For RM.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear it.
But there were.
I love that shoe. I love that shoe. I love Nigel. My brother made that shoe. I love that shoe.
Mm-hmm. Was that your number 1 or top? What was yours?
That would probably be me. That would probably be top 3 for me.
So then, can I ask, like, when you're considering Sneaker of the Year, what are the
factors that you hit? What are your bullet points?
About what I like.
Yeah,
I can't talk about consumption.
No, we're not talking about that. Like, like with Nigel, for us, it was like. The rollout was amazing. The storytelling, the box, absolutely. A new silhouette, like everything that he did. Absolutely. So it kind of hit all these points where it was like, bam, bam, bam. Like, this is such a great sneaker all around. As you know, other shoes come out, they look amazing. They have no story. They have no big rollout. And that's fine. They're still a great shoe. You don't need that to be a sneaker of
Every
the
shoe
year.
doesn't need to have that. I agree.
Feels like it can coincide. So is that like a factor for you when you think about
me
those
personally,
things?
no.
No. Okay.
I'm talking about the product that I take the top off the box for.
Okay.
The rollout does matter. The things around it does matter. The stigma around it does matter.
But it's not like the most important.
Not to me.
Okay.
The most
I
important
respect it.
thing is the shoe. Just like when we talk about music, it's not the person around it or who manages them or where they're from or who produces for them. It's
just
the
music itself.
The
I agree
music
with
matters.
that.
The shoes
Because,
matter.
Like for me,
That's
like I
what
loved
matters.
that Verdi. I love Verdi.
Me too. I love the
colorway.
Verdi. I love it.
The whole.
It's not for
essence
everybody,
of it,
but I
and
love it.
doesn't
I
have
love it
like,
too. No,
I
and
love
it
it.
doesn't have a story, but like that shoe for me, that was like I think maybe like top 3.
It's definitely in my top 3.
Yeah,
It's definitely in my top 3.
Like,
Yeah.
need that shoe
Shoes, I
still.
like them. One of the things on my top 3 is the one you said was on the shelf at the employee store. You know what I'm saying?
The
Dominaire 3.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's a great
No, it's an amazing
You gotta
shoe.
chill,
So,
bro.
no.
That thing is beautiful.
It's beautiful. I didn't say that.
You
I
gotta
just said
chill.
I think.
I'm saying the
I
world,
think,
not y'all, but the world. Why is that shoe bad?
It's not bad.
It's
Tell me
not
why that
bad.
shoe
It's
is
not
bad.
bad. But
It's not
what
bad.
I said earlier that you questioned, I said we
You
have
said fatigue,
fatigue.
and I respect that. I respect
and it
that.
just feels like there's been, I mean, this 3 is gorgeous. And the black one is too. I want that one. It's just, I feel like as we've talked about this on the pod before, obviously our people don't have funds they had a few years back. The economy is hurting. We're all in a weird place. There's releases every other frickin' day. Amamanye came out with this beautiful campaign with several shoes, and it just felt like it was back to back to back. And it's like, it feels like we can't catch our breath after one release to even like purchase them. And honestly, I get it. The quality is nice and it has all these things and it, $250 price point. But, for some people that's hard. $225. I mean, $250 with tax and shipping.
And also, to
Realistically-
another point of that, because even someone like you all, Oneness, I believe Oneness deserves to have their own collab. And we could have took away something from him because we see a lot from James. We see a lot.
Okay, so let me say this.
I
real
want to
quick.
see like a
I want to see multiple. I want to see
store
like
pack.
other people get opportunity.
Yeah.
For sure, but let me say this, and I say this in every meeting that we go to, right? It's because of where we are located. I have to. It's our job to make sure that we speak eloquently and we speak correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as I'm saying this now, because people are going to watch this and they're going to know, and I want them to say, or I want them to hear what's being said. The thing I need people to know is we don't have to take away from James
Okay.
to give us.
Okay.
Let me say that. Don't get mad. We don't have to take away from James to give us.
I respect that.
But let somebody else get the sticks.
Oh,
the PS4,
facts.
the PS4 can hold 4 controllers.
Yeah.
The PS4 can hold 4 controllers. Let somebody else get the sticks.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
agree.
And
I
that
agree.
doesn't mean that James
Yeah.
gets off the sticks.
Yeah.
I agree.
That doesn't mean that nobody
That's
else
fair.
gets off the
That's fair.
sticks.
That's
'Cause
fair.
Give more
because
people
that's
opportunity.
because that's hating.
Yeah.
That's hating. And I'm not a hater. What I'm saying
Okay.
is it's not hard.
I might have been hating on James a little bit.
It's not hard. No, and that's your opinion, and I
No,
respect
but
that. I watch this episode since episode 1. I promise. I'm telling you. When I seen Janelle in Vegas, I walked up to her, shook her hand. She was like, "Why is this white boy?" hugging?" I was like, "Yo, I came up off the rip like, hey, I'm
we
Henny's bro."
appreciate that.
I said, I'm like Henny's family. I'm from Kentucky. She looked at me like,
Exactly
"Well, you a
what you
fan?"
said.
No.
That was when you
like,
know where it was.
every
I ain't got to tell you
single
where it
one of
was.
them-
She know where it was.
Every single one of them after Complex was like, Henny is family. That's
Yeah,
my
all
sister.
you
You don't
guys.
understand. And like, it was just, you could
Oh, that's
feel
so nice.
the amount of love that they have for you. Like, you could
Seriously.
feel it.
And that's why when we talked, I wanted to make sure that we get certain things out of the way, right? Because I feel like it's just important to not try to like knock what somebody else is doing, but the brands do need to.
I agree with that.
No, I
because
definitely.
literally
let
had
us get
just-
one in
Yeah.
control. Let's get 500.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Let's
mean-
get 1,000 or something. We overdo it for you every time. Why can't? And it's not just about a
Yeah,
Oneness
why
thing.
can't everybody eat?
Sneaker politics, feature, corporate. All of these stores, Soul Classics. These are people that are great. These are great men that provide for their families. They change their communities, and I feel like that's just worth talking about.
Oh, 100%.
Agreed.
I agree.
Look,
Well
I've
said.
always been down to see other people have opportunity, especially smaller stores that aren't, because we live here in LA and there's such a different culture here in,
You don't live in
California.
LA no more, though.
Huh?
You don't live in LA no more. Because you don't hear lions. We don't do lions.
I live in Portland and
We don't
LA
do
because
live.
if I'm in LA at least once a month, I live in
You don't live in
LA.
LA, no, because I'll be in
said
Vegas.
you ain't in LA.
I'll be in Vegas once a month. I'm
For
not
a
from Vegas.
person that has lived in LA for the
You
last
feel me though? We don't lie. We can't lie.
For a person who has lived in LA for the last decade, I will say this. I learned a lot. What is that?
Are we shopping?
I was.
Are we shopping right now?
I will say that I learned so much about how things operate here from a retail standpoint to how things operate in different places. Since I lived in Atlanta, I lived in Detroit, I lived in California, now I live in Portland. So, and when I travel,
She lived in Chicago. I think
I live
she
in Portland. I live in Portland now. Okay.
Go ahead.
So, but what I'm saying is, since there are so many stores here and it's like such a huge market here, yes, the brands do invest here a lot. Do I always think it's the best answer? No, because somewhere like Undefeated, for instance, we love Undefeated. No shade to Undefeated. They have put in a lot of fucking work, but I don't understand why they get to drive the boat every fucking time something happens. For instance, what we just saw with Kids of Immigrants, with Complex Con. It didn't have to be them to do that. I understand that Kids of Immigrants.
So who's it supposed to be?
I heard that was like done really last minute.
So who's
though.
it supposed to be?
I'm
be? Because Kids of Immigrant. No, hold on.
I know Undefeated got brought in last minute.
Yeah,
They
that
did.
part. That part.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, this is the part
Then
that
who?
you might
If not, then
know
who?
because of you have sit on the side of it, but most people don't know. So we need to make sure that we're doing this correctly. Kids of Immigrants is not a Nike account. They have to have a channel to go through.
And I
They have
understand.
to have a
I
channel to go
understand.
through.
But here's the thing.
They can't sell thousands of pair of
them.
shoes to Kids of Immigrants. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Not
Also-
off the rip. Not off the rip.
Okay.
Also, they're two LA based like companies.
That's what I was about to go to.
brands.
So
Yeah.
I understand
like,
it made sense. It made sense because they are LA based.
If not Undefeated, who else?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as what, LA based or just in
I think it
general?
would have-
I'm asking you if it wasn't Undefeated. If you could pick,
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't Undefeated, who would it be?
I mean,
Not even that.
I don't-
That
Man,
don't
that's-
even make
that's
sense.
a whole different type of
was
thing.
More,
Undefeated
undefeated was more fitting.
It was no undefeated. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
Undefeated is more fitting. But even if it wasn't Kids of Immigrants that was doing the release, let's say it was another collaborator from another fucking place. More than likely, it still would have been Undefeated
But
that
Chris is-
channeled that, because look at what they did with Nigel when he came out here. Guess who got the opportunity? Undefeated. We can even go back to the other releases this year and where they
then-
channeled
so
the
then
product
On
through.
fire. Chris
Then
is
let-
on fire.
Well, that
Chris
Union?
Union.
Yeah.
Gibbs, yeah.
He's on fire.
Well, like, okay,
You get
so
what I'm saying?
if not Undefeated if we're doing localized LA, then what stores do we feel live at that?
Yeah, I mean Union, of course. I mean, but they're right across the street from
You said
Undefeated.
two
So they're.
stores. Who else?
But,
Yeah,
but-
but
But
asking
are we
you.
talking
Yeah,
about
also-
LA based though? That's what I'm asking
no.
right
I mean,
now.
if you're talking about LA stores, then yeah, Undefeated is our.
It's like our go-to.
It's our
Yeah.
And it's been like
the
that
top
for a long
boutique
time.
store for us.
Because Undefeated was featured in Entourage back
Yeah.
in the day. If
Yeah.
you want to talk about it,
And
where they were doing releases.
they literally had
Yeah.
the first like collab shoe with any brand like that, or at least with Nike and Jordan
Yeah.
brands. So like, yeah, they hold a lot of weight in this community,
Which I'm not taking away from them.
That's why, and like,
She still ain't answer my question.
Yeah,
If it's not Undefeated,
I want to
who
run
else
down.
is
Union.
it?
Okay,
Other
so
than
we have-
That's a
Union?
loaded.
Who else
If I'm
is
being,
it?
but
It's not a
Lauren,
loaded
About it.
question.
What are the stores we
So-
can run through in LA
Yeah.
right now that we come to top of mind, where we're gonna go do raffles and get stuff like that in that account?
And the reason why I'm asking you that is if you had a position at Nike, what would you do?
I mean, if
It's
we're
not fair. It's not fair to be like that doesn't make sense, and then you don't have something a
solution.
solution that would make sense.
also, can y'all
That's
hear me
not fair
out?
because those meetings.
But it's
are that
also
way.
not. It's also not fair to just expect an answer right then and here, because that's a loaded question. And I'm not just talking about Kids of Immigrants. I'm talking about whatever collaborator would have a chance to channel their product somewhere like Complex Con, right?
Gotcha.
I want to talk about like what it would be the best fitting store to not only tell the story and sell the shoe, but for people to like be aware of what they're doing, because Undefeated is already established. We know what Undefeated is. We know what fucking time it is.
One could say the same thing about Kids of Immigrants, even having that channel to even have Undefeated involved. Are we on
I
the same
understand what
page
you're
with that?
saying.
yeah, no,
Are we on the same page with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
They got.
I agree that Undefeated was the best place for Kids of
For
Immigrants.
Kids of Immigrants in
to have
particular, yes.
their release and do whatever they did at Complex Con, and even when they do their general release, anyways, I think that's
Janelle
going
gonna be
through.
mad at me. I gotta use the
Undefeated
restroom.
is good. You gotta pee too? Oh my god!
It's all the alcohol. They brought us tequila.
But like we have Undefeated.
Oh, wait, my straw.
We have Union. We have Bait.
We have Bait.
which I feel like That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But I think they should get more love out here as well.
Oh yeah, because they used to get like a lot of shit.
A lot of love,
and they still do. Like their accounts are still good.
Why is my hair all up in here?
They're used to blends, but they got their shit taken away.
I mean, even though they're not LA based, but
Yeah.
Bodega still has a huge name.
Juice,
yeah,
we have
Juice
a Juice
store
out here.
But Juice only be getting like do they have?
They have an account.
They get Nike, but like they don't.
They have a higher account.
I feel like they be like promoting more like Adidas and all the clock shit they be doing.
So you're gonna see anything Clot channel through Juice because I believe doesn't Clot own Juice if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like Edison.
I feel like he owns Juice.
Yeah.
So I mean that makes sense to that.
Why,
you know what I mean? Why that's happening?
Yeah.
But like even when, like I said, Bodega, I think would be a good option because they have a presence not only on the East Coast, but they have a presence also on the West Coast. So that would be a good option, you know. But Nike activates with Bodega too.
But doesn't Bodega? Aren't they usually with? Don't they have New Balances or an Asics or something?
No, they've had a Saucony, they've had a Nike, they have an Adidas, they've had a New Balance. No, like I don't even have they had an ASIC too. I don't know if it's happened yet.
I know they're not mainly with Nike though. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Like they've done other collaborations.
Well,
with
Bodega
but none of these stores are exclusive to any brand though.
Asics, like they didn't do them, but they released the Paper Girl Asics, like Bodega did, and they were like the only ones out there.
I think Bodega was actually the only account that got that shit.
That was literally the only place
because they kept it out here. They kept the units very, very small.
We also have Kith, and we also have Dover.
We have Kith too, but Kith is another story. Kith is another story. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Its own little thing.
Yes, but yeah.
Damn, what else do we have out here?
I know. I'm trying to run down everything.
We also have Feature, but that's in Calabasas.
We do have Future, yeah. And then we used to have a sneakers and stuff.
Oh, we did.
AJ tried to act like he didn't know who we was, and AJ is very aware of who we are, but whatever.
I don't know who that is.
I said it because he tried to front on me, so I got to front on him back.
Like they don't have.
He got it.
They be getting some shit. WSS be getting some shit. Like
WSS.
But that's a city specialty store. So that's different.
Yeah, that goes.
They don't live in the neighborhood space.
Ain't that like a Foot Locker thing?
That's a city specialty.
Yeah.
So like one would be considered a neighborhood door, and then WSS would be considered city specialty.
She named a few, but
I can't speak on LA, so
I see the perspective.
all I'm asking is you're criticizing what they're doing
without
when
solutions.
I ask you with a counter, and you can't provide a counter.
No, I'm saying that's a loaded question. That's a conversation. It's not just give me the answer right now. That is an actual loaded conversation because we sit here and think about, okay, who would be the best, store to actually execute? I want to weigh it out.
If you asked me, and I don't live in LA, if you ask me, what LA brand should we give a shoe to and who should carry it? I could answer that question.
But think about a lot of the store.
Who would it be?
I don't want to say that.
No, I want to hear it.
Why
don't you want to?
Why?
Because do you not want to not?
No, you can't ask Henny that question and not answer it
you're playing. You're not being fair.
I'm not from LA.
Well, then what's your unbiased opinion then?
If you ask me in my region, if you said, okay, and who in Ohio, what brand in Ohio, and what shoe should who should do a shoe? That's not true.
There's 2 stores.
That's not true.
I thought you said there's only 2 stores in Ohio that have neighborhood accounts.
No, that's not true.
Is she in the frame over there?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, because she been leaning way. No, you're like leaning way out.
Let me.
Like,
My bad.
Cincinnati has Unheard Of in corporate. Columbus has Soul Classics.
Soul Classics, yeah.
Cleveland has multiple doors.
Oh, they have Exhibition,
and they also
What up, Drew?
Yeah. So if you ask me who in Ohio would do that, I would say you should do a shoe with the kid campaign, and you should do it with corporate. So the place that you live, you should be able to say if it wasn't Kids of Immigrants and what store.
Then that makes sense though. But a lot of stores
all those brands that were Complex Con.
Yeah.
But also,
how much Kids of Immigrants you own?
Probably like 2 shirts.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm not a kid of an immigrant.
But here's this.
But what I do, we carry the brand at Oneness. I love the brand. I'm not. Yes. Okay. I'm not speaking bad about the brand.
No, I know you're not.
What I'm saying is, if you don't wear it yourself,
like what? Yeah.
And you don't do it yourself.
Yeah.
Then like. Them shoes.
Also,
I like those shoes.
I would be, if we're being honest though, a lot of the stores.
Do we have them? Like you want to pull them out?
They're not that good, bro.
We pulling the fucking shoes out.
So
I'm getting this shoe out.
They're not that good.
I I'm glad they're getting a shoe, and I think that shoe's amazing. Can't take that. I'm happy they're getting a shoe. I think that's well deserved for sure. But personally, like I don't like black shoes. I don't like all black shoes. It's with black soles. They look weird. They look weird on me. Like if the sole was
those aren't our shoes. Those are Leah's shoes.
If the sole was a different color, I would probably like that more.
Like this is a gorgeous.
I think that shoe is amazing.
For me.
I think that's an amazing shoe.
It's the color for me. Like this color.
I think that shoe is amazing.
I think the color is absolutely gorgeous.
And I love the Sandra. I love the silhouette, but it's too black for me. Like that's just how I feel.
I think.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
I will correct what I said. The shoe is cool.
That is fire.
But it's not. I don't know.
No, it's okay.
How many kids was in Complex Con really getting it, really doing it?
Well, they sold out.
They sold out.
Yeah. There was also limited shipment there though too.
They didn't have a shipment.
What I'm saying is, how many people in that room could do the same thing? People get the machine. People have a brain. They have a creative vision. They have a thing, and then they get the machine behind them, and the machine propels them.
Which is the undefeated you're talking about.
Or Nike. Nike giving them that platform. Nike giving them the platform. Yeah. Correct.
And let's not ever get it twisted, because we really haven't talked about any other brands. But I feel like now, especially in the culture, it's like people treat and act like the swoosh is like secondary, fourth, third, fifth. Stop playing. The swoosh is always the swoosh.
Who's
Stop
acting
playing
like that?
People do that.
No, it's very obvious.
We don't have the same internet. I pay attention, but y'all got to stop playing.
But we know this. We know this to be true, though.
The swoosh is like, stop playing. And
they set the tone.
We love that.
And let us not forget that swoosh was created by a woman.
Period.
It was created by
that part.
Period.
And Nike is literally a goddess.
It is.
Athena Nike.
And that's why. And I love that other people have moments. But I don't love that you feel like you got to down one to big another.
No, to big another. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Last episode, I literally just said you don't have to dull other people's shine to make yourself shine brighter. So I completely agree with that
100%.
I think that I love that perspective, and like, you know, not necessarily correcting us, but like letting us know that like James stuff can exist even though it feels like fatigue-ish, as well as One Nest getting something.
But that's also not James's fault either.
Getting something. No, I feel like I feel like any single one of us, if we had something and we were able to get that opportunity and put out 500 million shoes, we absolutely would, because we love shoes, regardless of like every single shoe being the best shoe. We love shoes. Would you not want to do a 95, an Air Force One, a 3, a 12, a this, because you love them?
But let's say New Balance comes to Sneaky Link Pod, and they want to do a free pack with you. That Janelle does one. And you do one.
That is so fucking cool.
And you do one.
But yeah, I think we're also very big sneaker people to know that like if any type of opportunity like that would happen, like I think we would take it.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we would take it. I would take it.
You would take it. There's two things I need you to know. You'd have to have an account to run through.
Okay.
Because Sneaky Link Pod is not an
account.
account.
We don't have like a storefront and stuff like that. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there would have to be an account to bill the pairs to.
Yes, correct.
That's
correct.
Okay.
That's the first thing I want you to.
Yeah, because I've never worked in sneaker retail. That I know they have. I never have.
I've worked in it for almost 2 decades, and that's why
I know personally. Me, if let's say
what's the second?
Yeah, the second thing, really quick.
The second thing is you'd have to have someone to build to, and then the second thing would be if your first 3-pack was a success, and they came back to you and they said we want to do another 3-pack. What would your answer be?
Let's do it.
Okay, and they came back to you and they said
Where the money reside. Where the money reside. You remember that?
Well,
and what if they came back to you and they said they want to do a part 3?
Exactly. It's
would you rain down? Would you say, hey, there's another female-based sneaker blog or podcast, and we want to make sure that we share that space with them? Would you do that?
Of course, 100%. I would,
yeah.
Well, here's my whole thing too, and I've thought about this, like even in my mind.
Well, I mean,
but hear me out. Hear me out.
New Balance?
For 1 second.
We'll take it.
Y'all, hear me out for 1 second. It's always been my plan. If we were to ever have the opportunity,
don't say
just hear me out.
Just
when we do have the opportunity,
when we have the opportunity, whether that's whatever brand that we have the opportunity to do it, it's always been in my mind. If I wanted to source something through like an account to go sell the shit, I would 100% go to Kentucky before I go anywhere.
I appreciate that.
Anywhere.
How many size 4s would you make?
Whatever.
See,
whatever they allowed me to.
I would go to dates.
They might not have no time for you.
I know they probably don't.
I would actually go to
But see, here's the thing.
How many size 4s would you make?
I just want to. Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question.
You have 500 pairs. How many size 4s would you make?
Let me answer that question. So here's the thing. I know how big.
Nothing over a men's nine.
Can I talk? Can I talk? Can I talk, please? And I never do this. Y'all know I never do this because I let everybody rock on the pod. I never step over anybody's boundaries.
We actually have, though. We always do talk over each other. That's what you're talking about.
But what I'm saying is I still let y'all usually talk over me, though, for the most part.
We all talk over each other.
I don't mean that in a bad way. No, I don't mean that in a bad. No, don't take it the wrong way. What I'm saying is like I try to let y'all talk before I speak. Is what I'm saying. I know we all kind of run in our conversations sometimes.
She's trying to gather time. She's trying to gather time to answer how many size 4s.
You're not even letting me talk, Warren.
You want to activate in Kentucky.
So not only would I activate in Kentucky, but to answer your question, how many 4s would I make? That's a conversation I would have with the brain. And hear me out, because being a buyer, I know how units work. I know how business works. Yeah. You don't get to make a whole bunch of sizes in small things unless you're going for a women's release that is exclusively a women's release.
Well, what would you represent? It would be your release.
No, I don't want an exclusive women's shoe. I want a shoe that is unisex sizing. I never want to go the direction of just women. That's never been. And even when we started this pod, what the fuck did I say? I said this is for everybody. We are 3 women that represent this community, but we are here for everybody, and I want everyone to be in touch with what we're doing, because never have I wanted just women to co-sign us. It's really important to me that men co-sign us too, and that we're embraced by everybody.
And a lot of men in this space they do.
So if you went from 4 to size 13, if you went from 4, we gotta wait for her to get back. She gotta hear this.
No, y'all talk.
No, because
unit-wise, you're not gonna get that many.
No, because
okay, explain it to me.
But if she's acknowledging that, then why does she criticize it?
Because I'm an important.
Let her pee.
I don't get to participate in the shit that I want.
You do get to participate.
And that's why.
You do get to participate. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think it's also just the understing of like sometimes the units are not in your they're not in your favor.
You can't
like
control.
You can't be like, we need 125 size 4s specifically.
But notice when I ask for your release that you control, how many size 4s would you make? She can't even with a straight thing be like, I would make sure there's 4 to 7 is adequately represented. So how would you expect Nike or any other conglomerate to do the same thing?
Mm-hmm. I get that.
But yet you talk about them doing that all the time, but you wouldn't do it yourself. I'm done talking about it.
I mean,
we can move on. I love Heather. We can move
honestly,
on.
I really
critique people. You can't critique people and not.
Y'all tuned into this episode because this is such a good conversation. And you're the first person to like really come on here and like, for lack of a better word, like press us, and that's okay. Like it's not no.
I think a lot of people are scared.
Not her. Make sure you like front to back. Don't worry about what we doing out here.
But I feel like we don't usually get these conversations with most of our guests.
A lot of people don't ask us questions. And I love the engagement. This is one of the things I love about Bima was that I don't agree with everything he says, and we don't have to, but I love the conversation he sparks and the questions that he asks and challenges people. So thank you for challenging us, honestly. Because how are we supposed to grow and be better and know ourselves better and really understand what we're doing and what we're talking about if we're not asking those questions or answering those questions or even being there in thought process?
And I want to say too, like, I watched it all, but I didn't follow you on the internet till recently. I didn't follow you on the
same.
internet
I don't even think I still follow you. Sorry.
I'm Hollywood.
I might have to find your page.
No, it's cool.
No,
you can keep it the same way. No,
I'm so like bad. I told him I was like, I'm really bad with names. I'm so sorry.
But what
she is.
But my point. We're not from LA. It's cool. We're not from LA. It's cool.
Where is Warren's page right now?
But my point in what I'm saying is like,
J. Warren.
I wasn't coming here. Peace. Yep, that's me right there.
Oh, see, you don't follow me, liar. He's a liar. He's a liar.
Screenshot that. I'm dead.
Not too much.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, we're gonna let you get back on. I do, because you said that, so I want to do. I love women. I think there's nothing better in the world than women, right?
Thank you.
I love my mother. I think women are the cream of the crop. So I didn't come here to tried to challenge you.
No,
we know that.
I didn't come here to try to challenge you purposely. I didn't sit at the crib like, I'm going to challenge you personally.
Oh, yeah,
I just know that it has to be like, the dialogue has to make sense.
No, it has to be.
It has to make sense. And
it's part of the conversation. We can't just have yes men around us.
It has to be part of the conversation. No, I love it. And y'all's opinion on the Bima thing, I didn't share that same opinion. We talked about it off camera.
Yeah, which is fine.
I think Yachty can, no matter what his status is. You have 250,000 followers on Instagram. Can you critique me?
I do.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you're a person and someone is making art, regardless of what their status, money, or fame is, if they're making something and you critique it, they are allowed.
Taking your spot, he's taking the
mic.
They
are allowed to comment on that.
No, they absolutely are. And I think something we've always said on here too is like, not everything is for everybody. You know, like not every shoe you're going to be a fan of, and that's okay, but other people are.
He should. Not too much.
Oh shit!
See,
she couldn't see it. Her eyes don't work. And you get that white towel hanging over the stove.
I do want to say that Bima shouldn't or Yachty shouldn't have called him out his name.
I agree with that.
You should not call him out his name.
But I think after that, we talked about this last week a little bit, but I'm really hoping that, you know, we can see something else from Nike and Yachty. I want to see him get in his creative bag. And I think that's kind of what Bima was getting at, but I understand the jokes and the puns can be like, you know, why the fuck you got to come at me like that? No, just press it. Don't scrub it.
Block that shit.
It's
alpaca.
That's alpaca.
What is alpaca? Make sure you block that.
Oh my God.
Thank you. No, thank you. I was like, I know that line, but I was like, what the fuck is that from?
Take them. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Fly Guy Rye. Shout out to Fly Guy Rye in the building. We was gonna have him on here, but nah. This conversation would have been way different. Nah, we couldn't do that. Best man I know, though.
Honestly, I don't even think we're gonna get into releases enough.
We don't need to.
I have enjoyed this conversation.
Was this better? Because I want Janelle to get mad at me.
No, this was way better.
Oh no,
way better.
Because all of this on here, this means nothing.
Whatever.
This means nothing to me.
No, we really.
None of this means nothing to me.
Our normal outline, we kind of just run down shit upcoming.
But we also always
give opinion. Yeah. Sometimes we like get through it, and then we get into questions and really getting to know you. And like we were feeling. This is like to fill space. Sometimes.
I can't wait for the comments or whatever that you see.
I really hope.
And I'm going to be the best.
I hope people really, really tune in to this episode because the conversation on this, and we're not, I'm not
Baby, let me tell you, the way the brands are going to have this on the decks is going to be fucking insane. Seriously, honestly, don't be surprised if y'all get a fucking
Frank better go put this around his group text and fucking Nike.
But Warren, you don't understand. You still have a voice. You still have a voice and it needs to be heard.
That's not
why he's coming on here.
That's not the point. And it's not a Oneness thing. It's not a Kentucky thing. My only thing was to come in LA and make sure that my voice rings.
I love that.
I walked through Complex Con and I seen what was going on. And if you was old and they're hating, you should go home. And if you didn't know what was going on, you should shut up.
Ooh.
Seeing people be hype about retail with bags and carrying things and kids consuming, that was lit to me.
Yeah.
My only thing was when you asked me, hey, can you come? I always would have been honored to come here. People ask me to do other things and I'm like, I don't really resonate, right? Because they're trying to do it for their agenda.
They have an agenda, correct.
I don't feel like y'all served that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Served that. And it was also, I feel like I said, it was just time for people to hear another perspective on it rather than I'm not your person that's gonna like weird out about sneakers, about none of that. I love it. It changed my life. I would not be who I am without sneakers, no matter what.
Agreed.
But I also like have to give a different perspective on that, and I feel like it's needed. And it doesn't have to be political, and it doesn't have to be knocking somebody else, and it doesn't have to be talking about somebody else.
But also, while we're here, I would like to give you your flowers on. Don't be weird. Don't act like I can't do it because you just love to go against me. But
I love her. You notice how she was mad at me. She came back. She was
She
was like looking in the mirror.
You notice that, right?
Yeah.
I love her.
Because I need people to understand that I'm from Kentucky, okay? And
say it again.
Kentucky area code.
Can you say it again? No, this is
I'm from
angel
Kentucky.
Number. This is an angel number.
That's your Kentucky.
No, we can go.
I'm scared of this.
No, stop it. We go right here. We go right here. We go to the tab. I'm from Kentucky, okay? And this was a place. that I was able, because growing up, I just didn't have the right people around me, put it like that, because I didn't think that there were people around me that shared the same like passions that I shared until I found oneness, right? And then I realized how much culture is actually in Kentucky. But so many people don't know that because there's not a voice that is people are listening to, but there's so many voices that have so much to say that actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Clearly, I'm from there. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, Warren, like, you never feel the, what's the word I'm looking for? The need to like shout or like, say I know what's going on or whatever, but the fact that you're here and you're actually not only like knowing what the fuck you're talking about, but pressing us about what the fuck we're saying too, that is so important because Kentucky doesn't have a voice that is known for that. Let's put it like that.
I feel like Kentucky has the voice. I just don't feel it's able to be amplified because
it doesn't
everything
have the support.
else.
You know, you're right. Yeah. There's a lack of resources and there's a lack of support for what you're doing.
It could be the whole Midwest. It could be the whole chop of the South. I don't just speak for myself, and that's why I wanted to make that clear. Every single person, top to bottom, for most people that you talk about, are my personal friends. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I've been out in Vegas for 10 days. I've been in LA for 5 days. Y'all DJs ain't nothing. I'm better than y'all
at all. Kentucky parties are way more fun than anything I've ever been in LA.
Should we go out tonight?
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
Right?
We're gonna go to highlight room and stand around and look. Yeah, but what are we talking about? I'm talking about the music.
I go to the little lounges with the good music. Ooh, Wolf and Crane.
Again, another Zoom. You're not a better DJ than me. I'm not just a sneaker person. I love DJing and I love music the most. But
Warren's the whole reason that I even was DJing, y'all. He don't know that, but like he's the whole reason.
But none of that matters other than like the message being heard. Because I'm a vessel, and I feel like that's just what it is. Yeah. And I hope it's heard and I hope it's resonated. Janelle, thank you. I know you they said you the boss, you auntie. Thank you for having me. And Elaina, I love her too, and of course Henny. I'm thankful. I hope this is received the correct way. I'm sure I'll be a fan favorite.
I don't know.
Especially for President
already up
right?
there for me right now.
This has been one of my.
I said you're already up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Put me up there. How far? Top 5 or top 3?
Top 5. For sure, top 5. For sure.
I'll take that.
Absolutely.
I'll take that because it ain't about no clout, none of that stuff. It's real.
It's
real
never
knowledge,
about that.
real knowledge, real understanding. Really, a person that really cares.
Yeah, you can tell like the not just like the passion, but that you give a fuck. Like
you come from this, like literally. Like I'm telling y'all, I used to go to Oneness and get flamed. Also, I used to get beat the fuck up. She
used to wear Jeffrey Campbell. Sparkly Jeffrey Campbell.
And Jeremy Scott. I used to get lit up.
And she had her hair shaved like Cassie.
Oh yeah, we've seen the pictures.
We've seen those pictures.
Yeah. But
I've seen the pictures.
Jeffrey Campbell had their moment though.
Jeffrey Campbell back in the day.
Absolutely. She was like whole teddy bear fit with the teddy bear.
Oh, see, I couldn't do the Jeremy Adidas. I couldn't.
No, it was.
I only like the Bones pairs.
The Bones, I got the Bones.
I like the Bones.
Those
are my favorite.
I couldn't do the Jeremy Scott.
What's your favorite sneaker brand? Can I? Because y'all ask people all the time. I want to ask y'all, and I want to change your perspective a little bit. What's your favorite brand?
It literally is like Nike, Jordan. Like Black Cement 3. That's
the most critical. You're the most critical of them too.
Really? Am I?
Yes, you are.
Wow.
What's your favorite brand?
Obviously,
you shouldn't be that critical of those you love.
But oh my god, you know what?
You shouldn't be that critical of those you love.
Because we love them so much that we know they can do better.
But I feel like that's like a toxic thing, and I feel like I'm like that in like my whole life aspect of things that I really do fuck with. I over criticize, even like if I'm not saying it out loud, I do it mentally, and I'm like, bitch, you are critical as fuck. Like
instead of that, maybe take another perspective.
Yeah, and which is why I like to hear other people's perspective, which I'm so excited.
You open up the mind to that.
Yeah, I do, which is I love that. Like that's why I loved school and college and all that, because I loved the engaging conversations and hearing the other things and being able to be like, you know what, you're right. Like let me look at this a different way.
When I was walking around, the only thing that I seen was space and opportunity. As far as Complex Con. And I'm thinking, I hope that some of these other larger brands see what's going on. And it's not about a Hellstar. It's not about none of that. I'm talking about the person that's next, the person that's next is in that room. So why would you not try to align? You get what I'm saying?
That's actually how I felt coming into this complex con. And I was telling the girls that before, like months before, like regardless if if someone was going to send us or not, like
was determined.
this year's complex con was so important to us because we just finished our 1 year. Our name is out there a lot more than it was last year's complex con. Yeah. And I just felt like so many great opportunities were going to come to us. Just being in the room, as long as we were just in the convention center, we were going to be fine.
And imagine, I never had a sponsor. None of these big brands send me shoes. I've been a DJ for a Nike school for 10 years. Other than what we get for program wise, I don't get seated anything. No one sends anything. They don't have to. I'm not asking for that. But everything that we do is funded by Oneness.
Yeah.
That matters a lot. By an independent,
that matters a lot.
It's funded by an independent person. So imagine how we feel when we see people just bashing every single thing that comes out. Imagine how that feels. It doesn't feel great because that's how I feed my family. That's how my brothers feed their kids. That's how my brothers feed their kids.
Yeah. No, I literally brought up that point. I think I said like on the episode last week, because when talking to you and Joe and hearing that perspective, I was like, I've never considered that. Like it was
25 employees.
Yeah.
25 souls.
You got to take care of all of them. Yeah.
Depend on that. So
it matters.
Yeah, man.
Look, the reason I'm unemployed right now is because shit didn't work at my last job, okay? Which is a neighborhood door just like this one. But I'll say this. Hear me out.
Not too much.
No, hear me out.
Not too much, Henny.
Hear me out. I got to tell my side too.
I understand.
Hear me out. The shit that y'all execute with no fucking backing is fucking crazy. Even when I go back to like that Off-White 5 photo shoot with the nigga with the fucking basketball on fire, that's all y'all. That shit was fucking dope. Even the brand itself don't be executing shit like that on their national campaigns. Like ass.
And we pay for all that ourselves.
Exactly.
And it's my job. It's my job to reach out to the creatives to make those things happen. Whether, I don't know if y'all seen, Nike did actually tap us in for the
who'd you bring the
for
toy
sneakers for sneakers. We did a campaign for sneakers. We did it for the Pegasus Wave.
Oh, okay.
I like those.
But that's just now.
Yeah,
that's just now.
After all these years,
that's just now. We did a whole rollout with New Balance and Jack Harlow. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Yes. We've talked about those for a few times.
But we did those. Jack's my brother. I love him and I respect him. And we did that with New Balance, but it's like we still had to prove.
Prove yourself.
Why?
Yeah, after all this time, it's like, how much more do you have to prove?
This is like an organic thing. But and the only reason why I'm sharing that is to say that like people that don't understand think things are just layups. And that's just not how
it's not that easy.
It's just not how that works.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's just not how it works. If you're talking about Nike and New Balance and Jordan, some of their top athletes are all derivatives from either Kentucky alone or the University of Kentucky.
Talk about it.
When I walked into my meeting at New Balance yesterday, to the left is Jack Harlow, to the right is Sydney McLaughlin. Sydney McLaughlin went to UK, Jack's from Kentucky.
One of the best runners in the world.
I'm saying D Book is from Kentucky. All these people, SGA, and it's like y'all still choose to ignore.
Yeah.
And that's y'all choosing to ignore. But we're gonna keep being great.
Yeah. As you should.
You never answered what your favorite shoe was.
So obviously aside from the Nike and Jordan, Vans
don't say it like that.
Oh yeah, she
Vans
loves
Vans. One of my favorites.
She does. She loves Vans.
Okay.
I think
she goes hard for Vans.
I think they do great collaborations with. I'm big in the fandom space, so like I think they do great collaborations with a bunch of different I guess like IPs that I love.
Yeah, because Vans be doing all the Disney stuff.
They do the Disney stuff. Yeah, they've done some anime really stuff.
Those
Marvel,
those Satoshi ones.
Oh yeah,
that came out at Complex. Oh,
those are super nice. So bad. Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, look, I have unconditional love for Nike, and of course I'm going to go there. But the way I look at Nike is just like any relationship I have personally in my real life, whether that's with my son, whether that's with my man, whoever. It's always an up and down thing, like seriously. But like, I mean, y'all know how I get down with Nike. Y'all see it. Y'all see it on me.
What did she say a few months ago? She's like, not fake contracted. What was her word?
Why you say up and down though? Why can't it just be steady?
Did.
No, because
Do you control
it's
some of
not.
that, though?
Because it's not.
It was so perfect. Like,
And there's things I can't talk about on here, unfortunately, like
Understand.
which we talk, you know.
yeah.
I understand.
But
Yeah.
I have felt personally. I don't want to say attacked,
Nike.
but things have been taken from me that I should have been paid for. That have made it to national campaigns that were mine first.
Oh, we've
and
definitely
this
talked
ain't got
about
nothing to do
that.
with nails either. Don't think it has anything to do with that. But it feels
Go to that.
no because
Because a lot of people associate her with the sneaker wave.
the sneaker
yeah,
wave.
nail wave. Yeah.
And that's why I stepped away.
As they should.
But I also, and you all seen this
That's
too.
how I like found out about her before she was even like really. I think you were barely in LA and stuff, and I had
So
seen
were
her.
y'all friends always organically?
No,
Start 2018 is when we became
we
friends.
literally all
We
like.
met
No,
at
I'm saying
Complex
you
Con.
two.
Yeah.
No, I
2018. 2018.
I knew of Janelle.
Yeah, and we've kind of
Like just like in passing, like on Instagram, but it wasn't until like later where like we have like a whole little group of people out here that like all kind of know each
Yeah.
other. Even the homegirl Leah that you
Yeah, I
was
love
with us
Leah.
that
I love
night.
Leah.
Even like same thing. Like we
people.
all followed each other. We're all in like
We've all been
SoCal,
mutuals, yeah.
kind of doing the same thing. Seeing each other
at
at Dunk Exchange, sneaker
events,
cons
yeah.
out here, and it was like all love. But it wasn't really until like the last like 5-6 years that we really
all, like,
all just
really-
like linked
yeah.
up. Hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing we could have ever done, to be honest.
Absolutely. Our little
Because
group.
so much opportunity has came out of that for us
She's
too.
so passionate,
Our group
and
is
I
lit.
and I love that too.
Yeah, it took me a while to find my voice in sneakers. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was really just kind of like I used to date somebody who was like really big in sneakers, and I just felt like I was always like the plus one, and just like kind of just took my spot in the back, but was always doing my
the
thing.
shadow.
Yeah, but I like doing
What
all
does big in
this.
sneakers mean? What that mean?
I mean, he just like has a big following and was like well known in sneakers.
He's an OG.
Yeah,
He's an
like,
OG,
he has,
yes.
like,
He's one of the
amazing
OGs,
collection.
yes.
Is Janelle is an OG?
Oh, Janelle is definitely OG.
Yes,
Janelle wasn't
Janelle's definitely an
OG.
OG.
Yeah, I think it's just it's.
I wish I
in-
could have seen me walk up on her at the Jordan Jam.
I'm
I was like, yo, I'm worn. I'm like, I'm worn. I'm Heather's brother. She was like,
No, okay, no, I didn't. But I was like,
Oh,
oh,
look at,
okay.
there's Boba outside. Leah and them are just getting here. I just seen
okay.
Boba run by the camera.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad this.
What's your favorite brand?
I am too. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us.
favorite brand for sneakers?
For sneakers, yeah.
Come on, stop playing.
Swoosh?
Definitely.
Okay.
He said, we live by the swoosh, we die by the
I'm
swoosh.
it's like it's the thing. It's the whole thing that they envelop. Right?
I agree.
I love Saucony. I love what they're doing. They're doing some great things.
Same.
Mandino's is powering like this, like
Right.
this like street side of it with the West Side Gun and all those
Boba's
things.
here.
Those things make me very happy. New Balance is doing some wonderful things. Of course, Adidas is going to be Adidas. Even Puma. I mean, I love all of them. They all matter.
How do
And
you
they all
feel
serve a
about
purpose.
the newer brands like On and Hoka
I
and
don't
all
think about-
these?
Well, I love Oka On. Not too much.
On is very, very, very new. So that's what I was kind of asking. 'cause-
I don't know what I could wear. I don't know. You ask me.
because I feel the same way. Like
I don't know. Now Hoka.
Do y'all buy Solomon's at the
Yeah, I was
store?
just about to say, what about
Yeah,
Solomon?
y'all buy, okay.
I love
How are
Solomon.
they doing in Kentucky?
No, they're doing wonderful.
They're doing
We kill
wonderful?
it.
Okay.
We kill it. Again, Kentucky.
I haven't
we
been
kill it.
home in so long, so these are
We
things
kill
that
it. We kill it. Every single person that people think about, we do the same thing.
right.
We buy the same way. We're in the same room. We do the same. We're in the same tier. So like,
Thank you. Yeah, you
I
can
just
push
the,
the plan back.
the Solomons. I don't like that. Like that lace.
So yeah.
So
I
normally I
agree.
just bust that joint out and put my own laces in.
Okay.
It.
I like
fella.
that. I like
big
that.
fellas.
Yeah.
It don't really work.
Little bit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I said this too when we were talking about the Saunders, because I know you said, and then somebody else had said, like it kind of they're a little too narrow and all that. You can
You don't
open
think they
up.
hurt?
I have not worn a pair of Saunders, so I can't say for sure. Look at Bobby, you guys. We got a third.
Oh my god!
But
Bobby
Boba's
girl.
here. She peed.
Of course you did.
It's okay. Fritzy's looking it up.
Bobby girl.
Okay,
Okay,
Mama,
don't be
don't
on my
pee.
shoes though. They're white.
She's excited. This is Leah's baby girl. She fits in with the boys.
But
But okay, we have had so much fun with you on.
No,
Honestly,
thank
we
you
can
so much
we
for
could probably
coming
keep going
on.
another 2 hours.
I think
if
we really
wanted
do
to.
need a part two, to
Like,
be honest.
honestly, you guys missed
this has been
such a good conversation.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
Please let us know when you're back in town.
Yes.
Let's do a part
two for
I think we really need a part 2 because
let's let it resonate, let it marinate, and then we'll reconvene. I'll be out.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have a lot more to talk about next time you come on too.
That's Leah's girl.
And maybe we can follow the
and she's got her Disney
follow
shirt
the agenda that Janelle has.
Yeah.
Next time. Look,
how many? 100K for Janelle.
Yeah, we didn't even.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll definitely do a part 2.
I think we're gonna have to.
Your shoe over here. We were looking at it on the episode.
Yeah. Your kids of immigrants.
Kids of immigrants. Sorry.
Yeah, we had to actually look at it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Shout out to Oneness.
Amazing. Shout out Oneness. Shout out Kentucky.
Shout out Lexington.
Shout out DJ War and Peace. Shout out Rye.
And Louisville, because we got a store in Louisville too.
Thank y'all so much.
We're not close to the soundboard.
I know we can't.
Thank y'all so much. Much love.
Oh my God, this was
Peace.
such a good episode.
It was.
And as always, if you are not already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, Sneaky Leak Pod, our Instagram, Sneaky Leak Pod. We have a website, Sneaky Leak Podcast.
Oh yes, we do have a website now.
Yes, still got some anniversary shirts. We have not been pushing that hard, sorry.
Yes.
And if you're listening to streaming platforms on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, make sure you subscribe.
Please.
And thank you guys. This has been another episode of the Sneaky Leak Podcast.
Bye guys.